final 3. Congratulations, you survived 10 Minecraft days out here in the beautiful jungle.
I'm still mad at you, Lucas, for voting incorrectly.
Let's eat. You want me to have it?
Oh my god.
I'm okay with going to round 2. Oh,
the stars were fucking aligned, and then you mess up.
You're being slow. Get over here.
I got the melon.
The party, ready? Look, ready?
I said vote Xuda. Right when you were about to vote, not when Fire, when you. I said vote for Xuda, vote Xuda, vote Xuda.
Present. Final 3.
1, 2.
In the group when you were voting. Not when Fire was voting. When
I knew.
you...
Oh wait, I need to go get my last.
Oh my fuck.
Sorry, bitch. Yeah, damn.
What's this?
We want to take a BRB. I broke my leg.
I'm saving this baby for later.
I need to be medically. I need to be medically evacuated.
Fuck you.
Oh.
I'm getting pulled.
I'm listening to auditions. Give me a sec.
No!
Good load.
Dean, we need some strawberry and champagne. Singing strawberry and champagne. Safari, can you please put on hard?
Flying first class up in the sky, popping champagne.
Safari, please put it on hard so we can actually
life in the fast lane.
You guys, I got a bunch of food for us.
Change for the
We're gonna
glamour.
be having a feast. Dean, come over. Dean, we're gonna have a feast. Dean, get to your house. Dean, get to your house. We're gonna have a feast. Dean, get to your house. Dean, get to your house. We're gonna have a feast.
I'm coming. Don't let me die young. I just want you to father my young. I just want you to be my doctor.
Dean, what are you doing? Oh.
I'm suiciding.
Wow, no party? Okay, wow. Exumate,
Look,
what
ready?
the fuck? Safari, may you please teleport? Oh.
Fire's going to die.
I got that from Safari. He care packaged it to me.
Wait, put it back down for a second. Put it back down.
Fire's going to die.
It's not real TNT.
Yes. Invite Scream to the party.
Put the TNT down. It's already public in the game. Damn. It's already public in the party. It's in the group chat. Put it down, Dean. Damn.
No, I know y'all are trying to get rid of it. Stop. Leave me alone.
If I want to get rid of it, I'm just going to break it, dumbass. I want some sand.
It's my perch. Hey, stop getting...
Fire is going to die.
I died.
Fire is going to die.
Thank you, invisible God. I love you, Jesus. Jesus. Jesus never let me go.
Safari, may you please give me a block of TNT?
Talk, listen to us.
I heard of
Safari,
that guy.
may you please give me a block of TNT, mister? Safari.
I can't hear anything. What the fuck, dog?
I love you, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I love you, Jesus. You give me reason.
Block of TNT, please. I will trade you it for 1 ender pearl. Deal?
Oh my god, a tsunami's coming.
Fuck you, 6. This girl has 6 recommendations.
It is coming straight to fire. It's coming to Florida.
What the fuck kind of
What's
McDonald's
going
is an
on?
answering machine? What a
So
burger?
apparently an earthquake happened and now a huge tsunami's coming.
I'll go final time. My goal is, they keep on saying they're not gonna vote for me because I haven't done a lot. They don't know what's going to happen behind the scenes or what's been happening in the group with me, Dean, and using this group chat. Yeah, we've been a team all the time. Okay. I know I'm probably not gonna win the game because they're gonna be bitter. We're not bitter; they're just not gonna even want to listen. So I at least want to go to final 2 and at least have a record set to where a record of never being put in jury, not once or twice, never being put in jury. So my goal is to try to make it to final 2 and at least try to win, which is most likely not gonna happen. But at least I will be having a record of not going to jury. Bye.
Tell me why he'd be sounding like
ready
Ernie.
to get to your
He'd be
final
going,
individual
He goes-
immunity challenge?
like, are you
Final individual immunity challenge. So, Xuda, I'll have to take it back.
GG, you
Thank
guys.
you. Alright, so for the final time, immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, here's what you guys gotta do. You guys will run through this maze right here, and you'll have to find 4 chests. Each chest contains 4 different levers. Once you find a chest, and you must do this, after you find the chest, you will run out and place the levers on the 4 pieces of bedrock that are up against the pistons right here. After you find all 4 levers, or all 4 chests containing 4 levers, you will then try to solve the piston puzzle. First person to solve their piston puzzle wins immunity, and is guaranteed a spot in the final 2, and will get to decide who they will bring. You guys ready?
Safari.
Yes.
How do we know what color which
This time it is the final 3 immunity challenge, which sucked because I took a lot of time building this, as you can see, and unfortunately it won't be able to show in this episode because of course the recording messed up again. But of course the final 3 was Xuda, Rig, and Dean. They went into the final immunity challenge. Basically what you had to do was you had to run through this maze and find 4 different chests. Each chest contained 4 different levers. You had to come over here, or after you found the levers, you had to come over here and complete this piston puzzle, and the first one to complete it would win immunity. Dean was the one who won immunity, so he won individual immunity and is guaranteed a spot in the final 2, so let's continue with this episode.
Safari, don't teleport me. Safari, don't teleport me. Safari, wait.
Over here, final immunity.
Yay.
Alright, there you go.
Good job.
Dean guaranteed himself a spot in the final 2, not going home, and you will get to decide who you want to bring with you between either Xuda or Rig. Grab your
So
stuff.
my vote's the only one that counts?
Yes, your vote is the
Yeah.
only one that counts. Grab
You
your
don't get
stuff,
yourself
head
in.
back to camp. I'll see you tonight.
To be honest, if I be honest, I don't think I should.
So he's just toying with Xuda. I
You
hope
need to know right now, if you go to final scene, I'm
Yeah,
gonna you're
I
literally
mean,
gonna
I'm gonna
laugh,
just
man.
feel sad if Xuda
Okay,
goes to
thank
final
you.
2, because that's an easy one.
Xuda, come to the Godfather.
I told Xuda this would happen, so Xuda can only blame
I mean,
himself.
there's not really a point of pleading, because if I go to finals, I'm not gonna win, so it's not like I'm gonna get
Man, in the end, Xuda really needed to win that to win the whole game.
I told him, hey, if you bring me and we tie it, I'll bring you to the finale.
I mean,
I told him this was gonna happen.
Didn't she get out first?
Xuda, get up here. Come talk to the Godfather.
Xuda was eliminated by his own foolness. You signed this with the occupied if they could. They didn't think to stop.
Alright, so-
Be on this world, I'll just
Alright.
put on a suit skin.
I'm literally just looking at auditions, so.
Safari.
Well, I-
I'm gonna lose no matter what.
Safari, what's the
I have my
Well,
suits
no,
right now?
there's a good.
No,
there's
you're
a,
not.
What
You're-
number?
you're
Dean, there's a
literally-
decision where you win, and there's a decision where you
Safari,
lose.
what number?
Yeah.
What
Even if you
very
guys
easy one.
hear the speeches.
Even if I hear the speeches, there's a decision where you win, and there's a
Sorry.
decision where you lose.
I
It
told my
just
tweet.
depends
I
on
told
who
my
you
Alright, well,
Rig, I can't hear you.
you guys are just gonna have to figure it out.
What
Because I'm
number-
gonna lose
what
either
number
way.
season is this?
I'm gonna get
not.
screwed over with those rando votes.
Oh yeah, that
I
you
mean-
get fucked over with.
I
That
mean,
joke
Safari,
but the
what
thing
is,
is, that it's
sorry,
a hard
what number
chance
season
that they'll
is this
both
again?
get on.
11.
If person A who gets eliminated right now somehow knows that who we're voting for and votes against him and beating for that.
Burn it, burn it.
What's
I'm you like Marabo. I'm about to assassinate you.
Man,
Like,
too bad you don't have a
Rick,
top
why are
player.
you scared? He's not gonna vote. He's gonna bring you, and he's
And
gonna
if
win.
he
Like,
doesn't, that's a
I
very
know, but at
stupid
least I'm gonna.
decision.
But at least I'm gonna keep a record of never being in jury. So like,
I mean, you're gonna keep a record of always getting final 2, but the thing is, one time you got first and one time you got second because you sucked that season.
if you ain't first, you're last. Bobby, Ricky Bobby.
No, if you're second, you're last, because that means you wasted a spot that anyone else could have done. You would have been first if it wasn't
I mean,
because
it's
you
not my
weren't
fault
in-
if Dean. Well, if Dean brings you in, I'm not gonna be pissed at that because.
Alright.
Oh.
Tally the vote.
Dean, you talk about loyal games.
I'll tally the vote.
Let's see if you vote a loyal vote.
What kind of fucking
Rick,
host
why are
tallies
you
one
so-
vote? What am I gonna do? Tell you there is more
The
than
loyal
one?
vote because a loyal
Like
vote.
I
Alright,
said, I will
so,
lose no matter
listen.
what
A loyal-
happens.
You're
A
not
loyal
gonna
vote would
lose.
be-
Guys.
You're not gonna lose
Yes,
if you
I am.
bring.
I'm just
Guys.
saying a loyal vote would be
Guys.
voting Xuda Man.
Shut
He
up.
was
Okay.
about loyalty.
Alright, so if anybody has the special winning immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the. It's a joke.
Right here.
I'm
Jeff
joking.
right here.
Alright,
Before you read it,
alright,
Could I
so,
explain?
I have the idol.
alright, so I will now.
could I explain before you read it
Explain what?
why I voted the way I did before?
You can do it after.
He brought Xuda.
Alright, so The seventh
By the way, pet that you, Dean.
person voted out, and the fifth and final member of our jury
Is Rig. He brought Xuda.
Rig.
I called
That's
it.
Rig.
such a stupid decision.
Need to bring the
Let me
torch?
explain. I'm sorry I had to do that. It's because since the beginning of this game, I've had a final 2 with Xuda.
Rig.
Marabo,
Why the
I had a
fuck
final
you-
2 with you after,
Time for you to go.
and I have
why
to be
the fuck
loyal
you
to the first alliance that I made.
Bye,
Well, why the fuck
guys.
do you
always
betray your
loyal.
Final 3 alliance?
Okay,
With the,
I
all three
was
of us.
loyal to the... I'll explain
Goodbye,
more.
Xuda. Goodbye.
Dean,
I'm
no
sorry,
offense,
Rig.
that was
Rig,
very
it's time for you to
stupid
go.
because
It's
Rig has
okay.
done nothing. Xuda has done way more stuff than you.
Yeah, at the very least, Xuda won.
Alright, so, welcome. Hold on.
That was a
Marabo
stupid decision.
Yo,
and Rig voted out at
I'm
the
in the
last
back,
tribal
Rig.
council.
you're in the back.
Crackle and Scream could not be joining us right now, but I do.
Because one of them got banned.
Yeah, Crackle got banned. Alright,
Got
so
permanently
let's start
banned.
out with
so you could call Crackle
So-
Dan.
let's start out with the final tribal council. Dean, please give your speech to the jury on why you should
Alright.
win.
So basically, you guys think that Xuda played a better game with me. Now, we may have played a similar game, however, I think I've done it a little bit better. You guys claim to think that he did all of these moves and that I was manipulated the entire time and everyone else was. When in actuality, I've been pulling the strings in the background and you guys were all my puppets. Since day one, I made a final 3. Actually, I made a final 2 with Xuda at first, and we said we need to take each other to final 2. Let's bring Rig. So we got a final 3 with Rig. Then the teams were split, and I was stuck on the team with 3 members that weren't even a part of my team, and I was nervous that I would go home. Immediately, me and Marabo connected, got a final 2, and I was secured there. Then I made my way through that and worked a final 3 with him and Crackle, and then I flipped on Crackle, got him out, because we were supposed to get you out, Lucas. I was the one who flipped the votes, kept you here, and got Crackle out, because I didn't really trust him that much.
That is true, he did. I'll give you that.
So that was my first blindside. And he didn't even know that he was going home.
I feel bad. He was loyal.
I do. I do too.
But then he wouldn't have done it, though,
so-
if he was loyal.
Well, people feel bad when they vote people out more, bro.
I kept him there. I kept Lucas because of the fact that I knew that he'd be a big target anyways. So let's keep him longer. He trusts me now because I saved him. So now I have him in my back pocket.
Wait, hold
So
on.
the next
hold
tribal.
On, hold on.
Yeah?
Can I ask a question, Safari?
Yes.
What? I'm not trying to be biased because you said I was a big target, but why would I actually be a big target? Like, why? In
You
general?
group and you're pretty strong
but
on your
like
own.
How did I show I was strong on my own throughout the season?
You're just really strong, like mind.
How?
Like you've got a strong
Yeah,
mind,
I
and you're
kinda
also
would
like
like to
good with
hear
a
that.
social game.
No, but the thing is, how did I have a good social game? You talked to me and said vote Crackle because he's wanted to vote me. That's not a social game. That's you telling me to vote him. How was I strong and about to be targeted into merge? And how was I his target because I was strong? I just want to know.
That's a fair point. He does deserve to know.
Because
I
if
saw
you're gonna
you
say I'm
as
strong,
Were you
because
fluffing
out of
it, or did you actually have a reason to say that? Is what I think I'd like to hear too.
Because I'm not saying it because he said my name. I'm saying it because at no point in that period of time I showed I was strong.
I don't know. To be honest, I thought that you were a strong competitor. Me personally, I saw that you usually in games you would have a good social game, and usually you'd be strong and like win
Outside.
comps. But you didn't really win comps. So
Like, no offense there, but that's kind of biased.
It was a little.
okay, well I saved you
Going
the
on.
first tribal. You're welcome. So then we go into the second tribal where the teams are swapped. Once again, I'm on my own, but I have Rig, and I don't know about you guys, but who can say here that you were able to successfully get someone out by having them vote themselves and have it a unanimous vote? Can Xuda say that?
Why did he vote himself in the first place? That's my main question.
Because
Yeah,
I convinced
so,
him. So what I told him was, we're gonna flip the votes on Rig. I need you to vote yourself. Rig's gonna vote you. Then I'm gonna use an idol. I said I had an idol. It was fake, and I was gonna play it, and I was gonna vote you. But in actuality, that was just to make sure that the votes were unanimous, and Scream sent himself home.
So you pulled a fire
think
show
anyone
from
else.
the Fire Show season 4 on the
Shut
same
up.
person.
No one cares about the fire show.
Go, yeah, bitch.
So-
honestly,
Literally nobody does. He asked me to play it and I never. I'm like, yes,
No,
and then I don't do
Like, you
anything.
had an intro and everyone just went for...
And apparently
So
one season I
it's-
got like a 6th because I didn't do anything.
So that's blindside number 2.
God.
Then Scream came back, and we got rid of, I think it was Marabo next.
It was me the first time.
It was you the first time. I did not plan for you to go home. I was expecting to send home Lucas, and you did pull a fast one, Lucas, pulling that idol out and using it.
That wasn't.
You were
that,
supposed to
that
go
was-
home.
That wasn't that elimination. That was the next one.
Yeah, that was the next one.
Lucas did not play an idol.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna play that at the final section.
It was
I'm getting jumbled up.
It was 3-1-1. Lucas did not play an idol.
Alright. I'm trying to, like, remember exactly what happened. So,
you don't have your speech prepared.
So, Xuda got Marble out, not you.
Yeah, Xuda uses double vote to get me out.
Zuda did
You
voted
get
Zuda.
did a
Marabo
good
out.
move and get
I
out
plan to
Marabo,
get
because
someone
you knew
else
Marabo was
out.
gonna
Forget
be-
who.
you knew Marabo was gonna be a
Alright,
threat.
so
Don't shoot me.
the,
How?
the speech is going to be so terrible. But, like, the
It is
entire
hard.
time, I know it is. So, God, how am I going to explain this?
Jesus.
I literally was, I did the most that I could.
Okay,
This
just
is not
say
good.
that.
This
If
is
you
not
don't-
good.
If you don't
No.
know the rest of it, then
Yeah.
don't continue.
Oh my god.
The jury would like to request to end his speech because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait, Dean. You
Oh
never
my
explained
God.
why you would. Wait, Dean, you never chose why. You never said why you choose me over Xuda.
Because they were in a
He
final
literally-
2, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he
did you-
already explained
Did you
that.
not
but
hear that?
still.
Alright,
That
I
was
mean-
the reason.
so,
Alright, Xuda,
So,
just
let me
go.
I
just
mean,
ask-
Dean, I get it. You
Wait,
want to
let
play a
me
loyal
just
game
ask.
like you always do, but a loyal game doesn't always get you far, and a loyal game is somewhat.
That was
But he
not
got
a very
to
good
the
speech.
loyal.
I mean, he got
But
far.
it's-
He got to the final 2 by being
It's a loyal
loyal.
move, but it's a stupid move. No offense.
alright, let me just ask, Dean,
You're
have
not
you
wrong.
covered your speech for the jury?
No, but it doesn't
Or,
seem
I
like I'm
mean, like,
doing
have you covered everything?
Basically, what I'm trying to say is you guys thought that Xuda did all of this, and he didn't. I was pulling the strings in the background, whether you guys saw it or not. I was able to successfully get the votes that I needed to send people home, with the exception of Marabo's first first elimination. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was happening at all. Xuda pulled a fast one, so I'll give him that. The entire time, I had to fight for my safety, and I couldn't, so I was able to successfully survive multiple tribals without immunity. I was able to get the votes that I needed to keep myself safe. I only won 2 immunities that counted, that I thought at least counted to keep me safe and bring me here. And
I'll add some support to your thing, my dad. You almost got me to actually not trust Marble because, like 2 nights ago, you were showing me that Marble actually did vote me, and you're like, you can't trust everyone. You almost got me to, but in the end, I realized there's no point because you already voted me. So
that's
you
10%.
almost got me to betray Marble. It's just you voted me before, so there's no point in doing that.
I'd like to add to Dean's speech that he is saying that he got the votes when it mattered. However, I'm pretty sure at the time, Xuda also, when he didn't have the votes, or when the 2 times he didn't have eliminations, except for the first one, he had the votes as well. What's kind of like your rebuttal against that?
for which tribal did he have the votes for?
Well, I'm going to say the third one, but for also the second one, Xuda was ballsy enough to play the idol not on himself. Because he was confident enough that he could
It was
survive
a
without
risky
it.
move, and he
I
successfully
mean,
did
can we? I mean,
It was
it's,
risky. But here's where it comes in for me, right? I
What?
was, during that time, I was playing both sides. I had the final 3 with you, Marabo, and Lucas, and I had the one with me and Rig. Me, Rig, and Xuda, I mean. And I was going back and forth. I was telling you guys information, and I was the one who was like, here. So Marabo, I scared him into putting the idol on himself. So we're going to split the votes.
He's already going to.
All right. Well,
Good.
He was
As I was
already
saying-
going to at the
Pretty good for
final
him.
I got-
pause. You didn't scare him into anything.
I
Hey,
told
whatever,
them
keep on
to. So I told them. So you guys vote Lucas. I'm gonna vote Marabo. We're gonna split the votes just in case if he decides to play the idol on Lucas. So they voted Lucas.
Only one.
And
vote.
Marabo played his idol.
I know.
Lucas ended up getting sent home.
I voted for Marabo.
That is not what split. I
I
didn't
know
put that on the
because
self out.
Lucas. No, they told me to vote for Lucas, and I voted for Marbo because I know you were a worthy competitor, and I really didn't know if you were going to use your idol because I didn't know if you're too.
I literally said to everybody at the beginning of the
I
week I
know,
was
but
using
then
my
I
idol.
thought, bitch. Well, some people say that and then they don't use their idol, so.
And
Can
I'm
Xuda
gonna
start
just-
his speech? I want to hear what he has to
Alright.
say.
Xuda, you may start.
Is my mic like working?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you're
working.
working.
Alright, perfect. So in the beginning of the game, when I was on the team with Scream and Rig, I immediately within 20 seconds of the game got the idol clue,
Knew
but
it.
then I had to cover it up because Rig was trying to expose me. But
Yeah,
at the meantime,
Yes.
I was actually trying to protect myself from dying from the phantoms because I didn't know if keep inventory was on or off, so that's why I digged underground. But anyway, I made sure that I was in good graces with the Rig and Scream, so that way I would be protected by two sides, and that way I could just choose who I wanted to pick off in the team portion. Then when it came to the switch, we just won that challenge. Then it came to merge. Merge is where I would say my game really started because I knew I had my idol. I didn't want to tell anybody because the number one rule with idols is if you talk about it, then you're just gonna ruin it, and that's what many people always do. So I just decided not to tell anybody. If anybody got suspicious, I would try to lead them in a different direction. Then I wanted to get Marabo out because of all of the chaos that was going on with Rig. So Rig was basically saying, I want to get Marabo out because of all the chaos that was happening with Rig. Because Rig was saying how he
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to
that
go.
doesn't make sense to me though.
No, because no, listen,
So
he wanted to get you
basically
out
what
because.
happened. Hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
So basically what happened was Rig was saying how he wanted to go to the finals with Marabo. And then he was saying how he would also bring along me and Dean. I thought that would be
No,
a
I never said I
finals
wanted to go
game.
final two with Marbo. I made a no. Listen, I made
Oh,
a
wow.
final two at Marbo. I made one, but during the thing, Hesh lied about the thing where I said I wanted to go final two. The only thing that I said during that conversation was around the lines of I'm gonna vote out Xuda in final four. I never said I was gonna bring.
Well,
Marbo to
either
final
way,
four.
No.
you wanted to bring Marabo to Final
I mean,
Four, so I
either
made
way-
sure that Marabo would be out, so that way you would still have my back if I needed like the support or if I was on the chopping block.
Alright, that's
So
good.
I wanted to get Marabo out. I needed to get Dean to try to convince Marabo that he was safe. So me and Dean was trying to convince him, oh, we're safe. We got this. We could just get out Scream because he's annoying, kind of. So we got him to do
Kind
that.
of.
Yeah, kind of, quote unquote.
Yes.
But but we were trying to gas him up so that way he wouldn't use his
Gas
idol.
him up.
Well, make him feel safe, you know what I mean.
Guys, let him continue. Just let him, please.
So we was trying to make him feel safe so that way he wouldn't have to use his idol. And then at that moment I knew that also with my 2 votes that if I didn't win immunity in the future, then that would also make me a bigger target. So I wanted to get that out the way, and I just decided to put it on Marabo because that's what I wanted out as my threat.
What would you
So
have
that-
done if you? What would you have done if the 2 votes wasn't in that challenge? Because it would have been 2-2. I think like me and Rig, or me and Scream.
So I would have tried to convince Vig, Dean, and Scream to try to get you out.
But Scream would have been the double, so Scream wouldn't have counted.
I would not have voted for Marbo.
I'm
Never
just
mind.
saying.
It would've
Judah,
I would not have voted for Marbo if it wasn't for that final thing. 'Cause I would have not
if
have
you
voted
guys
for Marbo.
let me add in here, if Xuda did try to get me to vote Marbo, that this would not even be the final 2 because I would have used my idol on Marbo. Marbo would have stayed, and then someone else would have gotten probably Scream.
Or if you voted right in the final 5.
Yeah, probably, but I'm a fucking idiot, so.
Alright, Zuda.
What?
And that could have been used as a blind side. So, like, he used his idol. He was trying to get me to give my immunity up. And I was just like,
Almost did it.
no,
Almost did it, actually.
well.
Alright.
So, hold up. So, that happened. He used his idol. And then, Scream at home with somebody I don't really know. But, after that, after Mirabo called me out, kind of. Well, called me out. put an emphasis on it.
Yeah, I was the only one of y'all to fucking call him out.
Yeah.
No one else would. No one else would, so I'm taking pride in that.
So I just said that my back is up against the wall and I had nothing bad to lose. So I just decided to either join people over with, like, socially, or just either win the challenge so that way I could be safe and get people who would potentially be targeting me out of the game. So that way I wouldn't have that big of a target with me. So I got my alliance back with Dean and Rig. Then the next tribal, after Stop Die went home, I actually wanted to use the idol on Rig. I was thinking between using it between myself and Rig, and I was just like, I have nothing to lose. And also, even if it's a tie, it would just be Marabo voting for Rig, and then it would be me and Dean voting for Lucas. So either way, Lucas most likely would have gone home with Marabo using his idol on himself. So, yeah.
All right.
Is that it?
So,
Yeah.
if that's it from all of you guys, so I believe that is the end
Congrats,
of their
Xuda.
speeches. So, let me see.
Wait, can I
Jury
say one more
members,
thing? I want to
are you
ask
guys
both
ready
of
to
them one more
vote?
thing. No, I want to ask Dean specifically, but Xuda kind of as well.
All
one
right,
more
this
question.
is the final question, and then we will get to the vote.
Okay, so both of y'all were working together the entire time and kept that secret. Good job. However, Xuda was more open about it, and he was actually willing to back some people up front. Well, Dean, you made many side alliances to keep yourself safe. Now, I kind of want to hear from both y'all why your way of getting to the final by doing what you did was better, by staying hidden or being up front.
Can I go first?
Sure.
So I would say that being out and proud about it or whatever, it was just like, hey, if your back's up against the wall, then oh well, you might as well not even hide any secrets. But besides the idol actually saving yourself.
I mean,
So
you threw
I'll
a
be-
Hail Mary, and it worked because Lucas is a fucking retard.
Yes.
And so one of you
I-
two is going to need a Hail Mary during these votes.
I feel very bad for what I did. I fucked. I probably would have been at the final too if I didn't do that.
I blew $25 for Lucas.
All right, so if Xuda is done with his
Yes, he actually.
Alright.
Dean, I want to hear Dean.
yeah, if Xuda's done with his speech, Dean, you can go ahead.
So, think about it this way. You're on a team already. You don't really feel comfortable. You're not safe. You don't feel like you can secure your safety. You can't win immunities back to back to back like he can. And, you don't really know where everyone's head's at. So why not try and play a little bit of a social game, try and get in their good sides, play in the back while they're dancing out on front, listening to your beats, if you get what I mean. Why you do... Ugh, it's so hard for me to explain it. But, like,
Just keep going.
what I'm trying to say is, why put yourself in the spotlight when you're not needed to be in the spotlight? Why pin it on yourself when you can have someone else take the heat and no one suspects that it's you?
Which you made Xuda do my first elimination, or no, Scream's second elimination onwards.
Well, I think it's ready to vote.
All right.
Yeah, I've
Ready to
kind
vote,
of decided.
viewers?
I've
Alright.
fully decided.
Xuda.
It is time to vote. Stop Die, you are first.
Mini speech.
Yeah,
No. Oh.
just a tiny one.
Bitch, I'm not fucking all day.
Yeah, seriously, I'd like to go to bed.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, good. You don't want a speech? Okay, good. Thanks.
Then
Bitch. Doesn't not that,
you're
not
going
that
by
long
in
to
order
write,
that you.
to either write
Oh wait, I
a
thought you meant
four-letter-
talking a
really to write
speech,
four
not
letters.
like.
No, like I'm up here and
D-E-A-N-N
I'm
or
like, I vote this
X-U-D-A.
person, blah 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 blah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, stop. You're on a
Oh.
vote day for this.
Yeah,
Literally
Xuda,
just
you
like
did really
like-
good. GG.
I vote this person.
Honestly, I do feel bad for you guys that I voted you guys out and all, but
It's okay.
And Rig, I feel especially bad for you because
Marabo, you are next.
I don't know. I thought I felt bad. I really did.
I'm voting for the winner, right?
It
Not
sucks
the-
because I felt like
I
we
already
could have
got
gone to the
Crackle
end,
and Screams
but my
voting,
loyalty thing was holding me back with Xuda, and I do understand that
You're voting for the winner, not... Yeah.
I'm loyal to the
Stop that.
first
Just
person
making sure you voted for the
that
person
makes
that
an
you
alliance
want to
with
win.
me, and that was
I
me
did
and
vote.
Xuda.
I voted for the person that I think should
I don't want to
win.
vote. I just
Okay.
feel so bad. I just
Yeah, Rig, just remember, voting for the person that you want
You
to
guys both did well. It's just you guys. One of you guys did better than the other. I'll just say that. No
Xuda
bitterness. No bitterness.
I'm not being bitter with this. I'm literally not.
Just like a
launched
label.
a toothpick in my eye. Ow.
I
Alright.
feel
Thank
like
Thank you,
this
Rig.
definitely could have gone another way if another decision.
The votes.
For the final time.
I kind of think the random.
Too.
he
you
wasn't
were-
gonna win.
I
He
know.
wasn't gonna
He
win.
did
So-
nothing.
I know,
Everyone,
but still, I
listen.
wouldn't want to bring a winner again.
So, everyone, I would like to thank all of you for competing in this season. Probably one of my favorite seasons that I've ever done for Survivor. And now, let us reveal who will be the sole survivor and the winner of this game. I will now read the votes. Xuda. Dean. 1 vote Xuda. 1 vote Dean.
Xuda.
Xuda. That's 2 votes Xuda. 1 vote Dean. 2 votes left.
And now it's all random.
The winner of Survivor the Badlands. Congratulations, Xuda.
Yay!
GG. Dean, you played a good game. It just wasn't as good as you.
I feel like I feel like Xuda's approach was better than. I feel like
Congratulations, Xuda.
Yeah.
You're
Xuda
the
had
winner
Xuda had
of
bigger balls,
Survivor
I'm
the
just saying.
Badlands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but-
he was upfront about it. That's
Dean,
yeah.
congratulations on being the runner-up, but Xuda, congratulations on being the sole survivor.